Hi there, welcome to our Fertilizer Reduction Tool for residential turf. Reclaimed water is a great tool for homeowners because it helps us save over 800 million gallons of potable or fresh water a day, and that's just in Florida alone. Reclaimed water is a safe and sustainable source of water for irrigating turf grass. It also contains certain amounts of nutrients that can be found in your fertilizer, like phosphorus and nitrogen. We developed this tool so that you can cut back on your fertilizer use to help maintain a healthy yard and keep excess nutrients out of nearby water bodies, all while saving money in the process. So let me show you how it works. Before I proceed with this demonstration, I'd like to note that the natural cycling of nitrogen and phosphorus may slightly alter the forms and concentrations of nutrients in the final irrigation water. Also, a small fraction of the nutrients in reclaimed water may be in forms that plants are not able to use. While these caveats mean that the nutrient values seen here may be slightly different than what's actually applied through irrigation, the differences are likely small, and reclaimed water should still be used wisely with the understanding that it can contain appreciable levels of plant-available nutrients. All right, with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. So, let's start with step 1 of our tool, which is to find your source of reclaimed water. Sarasota County has 3 main water reclamation facilities: the Bee Ridge, Central County, and Venice Gardens water reclamation facilities. So to find out where you get your reclaimed water, go ahead and click this map here. Once you get to this web page, type your home address in the top left-hand corner. From there, you should fall into one of these 3 service areas. While you're looking at this map, note the color of your service area. Red means that you're likely already getting enough nitrogen from your reclaimed water, and you can skip fertilizing altogether. If your service area is yellow, it means that you can fertilize with caution. So, let's say, for example, my home is getting its reclaimed water from the Central County Water Reclamation Facility, which is yellow. This means that I can use the calculator in the next step to figure out just how much nitrogen I can use to supplement what I already have from my reclaimed water. Now that I know where I get my reclaimed water, I can move on to step 2. In this step, I can calculate the approximate amount of nitrogen that is being applied to my home landscape through reclaimed water. Click the blue nitrogen calculator button to be brought to the calculator. Once you get there, select your water reclamation facility from the drop-down list at the top. Like I said earlier, in my example, I'm getting my reclaimed water from Central County. From there, select how much water you typically use in your landscape. University of Florida recommends between 1/2 and 3/4 inch of water per irrigation application. Next, input the number of times you run your system per week. Let's say I run it once on Tuesday. Then I would go ahead and put in the area of my lawn, which is about 1,200 square feet. Now, let me go grab my bag of fertilizer. There are 2 pieces of information I want from this bag: the weight, which can usually be found at the bottom of the bag, and the percent nitrogen, which should be the first number in the NPK format at the top. My bag says 16, but yours might say something different. Once you get all that information in there, the last step is to add how many times you fertilize your lawn per year. I only fertilize once, but you might want to fertilize more than that depending on what your turf needs. Now, these values are calculated based on the maximum nitrogen that can be applied to the landscape in a year, which is 4 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet. Your turf grass might not need that much nitrogen, so be sure to reference the numbers you get with the chart in step 3. Many lawns in Florida use St. Augustine grass, but be sure to read through our turf identification guide to help you figure out what you have in your lawn. In this section of the tool, you can see about how much nitrogen has been applied so far this year through irrigating with reclaimed water. The numbers you see for each of the 3 water reclamation facilities are based on irrigating with 3/4 inch of reclaimed water. You can check this tool periodically to see updates to these numbers, as well as how nitrogen concentrations have changed over time. Here you can see that in 2020, we received about 3.3 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet from the Bee Ridge and Venice Gardens WRS, or water reclamation facilities, while we got about 1.5 pounds from Central County. By accounting for the nitrogen in our reclaimed water, we can help cut down on fertilizer costs and help keep unwanted nutrients out of our waterways and bays. So we have a few resources here at the end of our tool that you're welcome to use, including our Turfgrass ID guide, which I mentioned earlier, and a couple of pages on using fertilizer in your home landscape. If you want to give us feedback on our tool, which would be very appreciated, please fill out our survey. And if you have any other comments or questions, give us a call at 941-861-9900 or email us at sarasota@ifas.ufl.edu. Thanks so much for tuning in.